Have you ever seen YouTube thumbnails or social media posts that look like this, where the text literally seems to be inside of the picture? Do you want to learn how easy it is to do this in Canva? Before we dive into this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that little notification bell so that you never miss a tutorial or upload. Okay, so here's an example of a thumbnail that I used recently on my channel where, as you can see, it looks like this text is somehow embedded inside the image, like it's like behind my head. And when I first saw some of these types of thumbnails and social media posts, I thought, oh, that's so cool. How are they doing that? I assumed it must be done with some crazy, hard to use kind of tool or whatever, but it's not. It's Canva and it's super simple. So let me show you guys. I'm going to actually show you from scratch how we can do something like this. So I'm going to go in and grab an image. So that's the first place we're going to start. So we're going to go into images. I'm going to go in here and let's choose that exact same image that I was just looking at. So we're going to scroll down here. Where did I have that? There we go. Here's that image. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a quick copy of that picture and you'll see why in a minute. Oh, and I should make it really clear that this is something that you do need Canva Pro to do, and you'll see why in a minute. You could technically use some third-party tool for part of it and avoid Canva Pro, but it's certainly easier if you do it in Canva Pro. Okay, so I'm going to take this image and I'm going to make that original image the background, okay? So we can see that here. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create that large text that we saw, okay? So it said before success, but honestly, it could be anything. And I think it was a different font probably, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. And I'm going to make it nice and big. Oh, and you know what I definitely want it to be though is all caps. Okay. So I'm going to make it nice and big and then drag it out and put it where I would want it to be. But of course, it's going to be in front of my face and blocking my face, which is not what we want. So here is all you have to do. It's super, super simple, guys. But until I knew how to do it, I was mesmerized by it. So you take your second copy of the exact same image and you use background remover and you let Canva Pro do its little part right there. And then we're going to go ahead, and I always do this part just to make it a little bit easier for myself. I go ahead and drag in kind of like I'm cropping into like the actual picture that is left behind. And then I come over here and I get it in kind of the same general area. I like to line it up on one side or the other. And then I just start resizing that so that it will match the same size of the other one. I can see I'm not quite there yet, but oh, there it is. Okay. So where you almost can't tell that there are two of them there. Then I take that front one and I go into position and I move it to front. And yes, it's actually that easy. And then you can go in here and add in whatever other things. Like you could see I had mindset and I put my little at Kelly L. Gable and episode 24 and all of that. But it's really that simple. But if someone doesn't show you, how are you going to know? The online tools for your business do not need to be complicated and overwhelming. It's time to let it be easy. I hope you liked that video, and more importantly, that you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing it with a fellow solopreneur. And make sure you check out the description for links to how we can connect and maybe even work together.